Hey guys, welcome to lesson number 7, the final lesson of the course. And here is the video that we just rendered from Cinemas 4D. Let's hit play. That's it. So, of course, it needs some work. We need to fix some things and we need to create the loop with it. So, I'm going to close this and I have the file open on After Effects. Now I just drop it on the timeline. And you can see that the pace is really slow and it's a little bit annoying because it plays against the idea of the video, which is to create a nice loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my layer, my MP4 layer, and I'm going to layer, time, and go click here on time stretch. Time stretch, what it does is it stretches or shrinks the length of a video. So in this case, if we click here and we change the stretch factor to 50, for example, you can see that the video is way shorter now. It's half of the length of the initial length. And if you hit play, it's so much faster. So this is good to create the loop that we want. If you go and increase the time stretch factor to 200, it will be slower. So this is the way that you create a slow motion on After Effects. Slow motion or fast forward, of course. All right. So let's go to time stretch and we will set this to 20. And click OK. And now set the timeline to this point by going here and pressing the N on your keyboard, and now you hit play and you have a nice loop. Cool. We have a very nice loop. It's very abstract and very crazy looking. So all we need to do now is to create some effects. Now we won't create effects into the MP4. We're going to use the adjustment layers. Adjustment layers, if you don't know, we just go to layer, new, and adjustment layer. On adjustment layer you can choose any type of effect that you want. Let's go and create, for example, a blur effect, a Gaussian blur, and let's increase the blur. Now you can see that we have some blur affecting the MP4, the video, but this effect is actually only on the adjustment layer. If I turn off the adjustment layer, we won't see it anymore. Or if I place the adjustment layer below the video, we won't see it anymore because it's on this adjustment layer but not into the video. So this is a nice way if, for example, you have a bunch of layers that you want to create an effect for all of them, a color effect or something for all of them. You just place an adjustment layer above them, and this effect will apply to all the layers below. So that's a nice way to do it. And it's a nice way to not affect directly the video, but doing it on a different layer. So I'm going to delete this Gaussian blur. And here is where it gets a little crazy because you can do any effect that you want. You can create any effect that you want, and there's no telling you what to do here because you can set as many effects as you want. You can make it as crazy as you want this video. You can go to effect, maybe go to stylize and CC Kaleido, and you can create it like a kaleidoscope effect, and it could be good. It could look nice. I tried, for example, with something like this and increasing the size. So you have this effect, or maybe just this one. Of course, it depends on what you want for your video, how crazy you want your video. You can do stuff like this. Or maybe just one. Or maybe not something as crazy as that, just maybe add some color corrections. Maybe you want to play with the saturation and do stuff like this. Or maybe darker. There's a nice thing that I tried and it looks pretty cool. I put a gradient ramp. Let's write here ramp and place gradient ramp. And let's turn this ramp into a radial ramp. This is the gradient ramp is like the gradient on Photoshop or Illustrator. It just works just like that. I'm going to move the center here. I'm going to swap the colors. And I'm going to move this attribute like that, and instead of black I'm going to choose, it could be like a dark pink. Well, this is like a purple. And now here on the timeline I'm going to select a different mode, for example linear burn, and you have this effect which I find really interesting. You can see it's like a really dark Christmas, but it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Or you can try maybe an overlay. Or something like this. Just a little soft light. The idea is to try as many things as you want. Once that you have the loop on After Effects, which is the main point of this course, you can do practically anything that you want with it, and you can try different things. You can maybe just create many videos as you want to create some effects. And I'm going to show you a couple of videos that I created with this loop. I have them here. I created this one, which gives a nice effect, and I created this one with some color distortion. So you can do practically anything once that you have the loop. To create those color distortion, it's really simple. Just go to your adjustment layer, and there's an effect called immersive video, and you have here digital glitch. So this glitch, well, you can see that it creates a glitch with the video. But what I did is go to distortion and remove the geometry distortion and increase the color distortion. You can set it to 100, and you can see that it creates like an RGB split, which is really cool. And you can increase the distortion rate. And do stuff like that. You can do really anything with it. So I hope that you enjoyed the course. We just created a really nice loop with the Christmas theme since we are on Christmas already. So we couldn't pass on the opportunity to create a crazy Christmas video. So I hope that you had fun, and if you have any doubt about this course, remember that you can place the question on the discussion board, and I will gladly help you out with anything. And of course, try to upload your own project so that we can see what you did with this loop. So thank you for joining me, and see you on another course.